huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. Yeah, that guy's house over there. Screw him. Hey, villager! You're late on rent! Oh my god, that's... What the hell is your house made out of? Huh?
What the hell? Oh my god.
I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. Yeah, that guy's house over there. Screw him. Hey, villager! You're late on rent! Oh my god, that... What the hell is your house made out of? I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm... Oh, yeah, that guy's house over there. I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. Yeah, that guy's house over there. Hey, villager! You're late on rent! Oh my god, that... What the hell is your house made out of? Huh? I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. Yeah, that guy's house over there. Screw him. Hey, villager! You're late on rent! Oh my god, that... What the hell is your house made out of? Huh? I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. Yeah, that guy's house over there. Screw him. Hey, villager! You're late on rent! Oh my god, that... What the hell is your house made out of? Huh? I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. Yeah, that guy's house over there. Hey, villager! You're late on rent! Oh my god, that... What the hell is your house made out of? Huh? I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. Yeah, that guy's house over there. Hey, villager! What the hell is your house made out of? Huh? I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. Yeah, that guy's house over there. Through him. Hey, villager! Your mate's on friend! Oh my god, what the hell is your house made out of? Huh? I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. Yeah, that guy's house over there. Hey, villager! Your mate's on friend! Oh my god, what the hell is your house made out of? And here's why you should be failed.
And 6 to 7 Minecraft and as you can see from this number, we're getting to as close to 6 million subscribers. So you see a button below, consider subscribing. It's free, 25 cents up. On Efficiency 5, another one shows seems great, but it's actually a lot. Since as it turns out, having an Efficiency 4 achievement is only good enough to instantly complete several blocks. So if you waste the time to get yourself up to Efficiency 5, just go for style points. But honestly, I'm even guilty of this myself. It just looks awkward to have yourself in Efficiency 4 but if it's understandable, it's still going to be relatively expensive. The only crazy to rip off this one probably is, since the pack used to be a good
I don't think they're gonna miss
and
any
it's expensive,
that
but
guy's
it's so
house over
awesome.
there.
You only pay the stack of items the item set.
Your
So
lights on
1.19 update, we've got ourselves a new recovery compass item. And if you're able to track down the echo shards necessary to make one of these, it seems like a pretty useful item to have. Plus, you're inside a hard water. Honestly, if you die here, there's no reason to come back to your last left. It's not going to be Even the Young's cast taught us that. Plus, it's not like I'm sitting here easily farmed anyway. So if you're doing this, you're really just wasting time in two different ways. Reminding you of Sunday and spending extra time on the way. So I don't think the time you see that from this layout, you go through the nether, it generates over there. In any other case, I recommend putting on 4 extra obsidian into your take yourself. There's a lot of arguments about what's the best for you in the furnace, but I can safely say this is the worst. Since while it doesn't look that bad to put your jukebox in the furnace fuel, consider the underlying cost. Since for each one of these jukeboxes, you're spending 1 diamond inside. And there you go. Just by putting a jukebox in the furnace, you're literally burning money.
I don't think
that that cost by selling every steak cooked in that furnace. Nether gold has gained a lot of popularity for its use of paper bartering. So if you're trying to round up some more cash to make it rain on pork and pig, it's definitely the best way to go about it. So with my nether gold or fortune pickaxe, you're just going to get a handful of nuggets. Instead, you should always use silk touch ore and smelt the ore down for a single ingot. So you just trade this directly to the pavement to walk away with your reward. As you can plainly see,
I don't think you're gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there.
If that was the case, you would only be able to fall on cold water source blocks. So tell me, why am I able to fall on this chest of puddle and save my legs and fall into a boiling water with explosions? There's no lie. Every now and then, poaching will add into it, and they just flies under the radar because it's used. And for my money, I gotta say that one of those is rabbit stew.
I think after all, I don't think you're gonna miss any more.
Them separately, it will feel like more hunger than the rabbit stew does together. So I don't know if you change it so that these stews have a bit more hunger for them, or they're just gonna stay at the bottom. Minecraft survival without the added challenge of, well, surviving with a peaceful mode is an obvious choice. So you know, you see, even though this mode claims to remove all dangerous mobs, its spine seems to still be cracks.
I don't think you're gonna miss any more.
I know spit is gross, but is it really that bad to be the only damaging thing in the mode? Luckily, these animals only attack with the bow. So in the meantime, maybe just stick to the true passive cows for your level, right? Turtle eggs are perhaps the most fragile thing on this ground. Really, just about anything can trample these. Phosphate, zombies, even bees. Yeah, that's right, bees. Now, I get these bees are pretty chubby by most standards, but I thought wings make them a little lighter on their feet. Apparently, according to Mojang, mixing your honey and stew farms together is that part makes sense. See, if you've got a smelting setup where you're smelting more than a stack of ovens at a time, probably through the use of a hopper, then it turns out that crafting 9 coal into a block of coal actually gives you more burning power than just using 9 coal separately. You see, when you craft it into a block, now it's able to produce 10 coal smelts. Meaning that the big smelting jobs is the way to go. If you just have a few ovens here and there, it's really just best to use regular coal and split up. Now, it's common sense that if you're on fire, water is the cure-all solution. Oh my god, that coal is the pullback back. Not exactly the consistency. But if we all know that to be true, then I ask, how in the world does this work? As it happens, you're on fire in a boat, you're able to submerge yourself in water and still burn the same. Strength still is that you're still going to drown in that very water. I don't think you're going to miss any more. Folks, that's the definition of a lose-lose situation. This is what I'm personally guilty of. Lately, I've been trying to cut back. You see, even though chests are a staple of Minecraft store, it turns out most cases they might not be the best option. As it stands, most of the time, barrels are just a much better option to use. They're more efficient with resources, and more importantly, they're going to save you from a ton of lag down the road. Basically, whenever possible, check out the chest and just stick to barrels for your options. They're replacing the blocks as a foundation for your new house. Lay them out in a row, only have your flow interrupted by decent flower. Since tulips, unlike the neighboring grass, have their own persistent hitbox. Meaning we can't just place our blocks as we please. Now, most of the time we say is they're just going to be a roadblock to your building flow. When building in Minecraft, stairs can be a great item to use to add depth to your bases. So, if you're making a lot of them and you're using a crafting table, you're doing it wrong. This will mostly apply to people who playing Minecraft before the game covered in bad things. As soon as you see how many blocks this can save you when you're playing, really is no reason not to use this thing. When you're crafting as many stairs as I do, it does add up. I take my discounts when I can. Laying out a redstone contract can be tough work. Nothing kills the pride of putting in all that hard work just to have it be broken to be placed in a regular ground block. You see, if you're doing your redstone in an naturally used block, then it's just going to be a recipe for confusion. So instead, just color code the contraption, which in turn makes the redstone fix. As now you can just look at one part instead of the whole thing. It's not going to your crop box like this. Instead, you got to do it like this. And that's not just personal preference, but it's actually coded into the game that the crops grow faster when planted in rows. So to fix this problem, you should be doing in your farms is either alternate crop rows or leaving about one block of space in between. And no joke, because of the secret feature, this thing immense increase your growth speed. And when you go to replant your next harvest, I don't want to keep that in mind. Accidentally crafting something is a bad time we've all been through. Because when you mistakenly craft another chest plate for your friend, that's a lot of value that you just washed down the drain. Now sure, you can smelt it in your furnace for a return. Well, that's a rip off in its own way. Full durability iron or gold chest plate, which costs 72 nuggets to craft, reduces down to only 1 in a furnace. I'm familiar with the bargain bear, but that just seems ridiculous. It's definitely not worth your attempt. Everyone knows when you start up a new world, I don't think you're going to miss any more. Quickly to be outclassed. And while that's to be expected, you shouldn't just throw away those bones. You see, when you're starting out, any resources that you have are oh my god. If you're not using your most important wooden tool to smelt up other things in the furnace, then you're doing it wrong. It's a bit more of a sentimental send-off than just throwing things into a ditch. When you're getting ready to start a big project, most of us like to have little tiny base camps that we can refer back to. Most of the time, there's nothing too complex going on. We have temporary storage, craft necessities. But key reminder to everyone who does this, as soon as you run the project, remember to take those out. Trust me, nothing quite takes away from the sight of your destiny build. Remember to see the little toolkit left behind. Before you start out building that perfect nether hub for you and your friends, you gotta keep something in mind, which is as nice as it might look to use all the different blocks and wood types that you're expecting to use in the world, look ahead of yourself. Because as nearby gas, I might just have a few things to say about that new hub. Really, if you're building in the nether, you can always use fast-resistant blocks. If you're planning on naming your tools, do not do it after applying any enchanted books. Since, laid out in this example, every time you go to name your tool after you've taken it up a couple levels, it's going to get much more expensive to do. And that will in turn bring up the entire enchanted cost of the whole tool, which is something we want to avoid entirely. So tell me the name before you do step 1, otherwise you're just wasting experience. Some things sound cool in theory than they are in execution. And I hate to say it, but I think Frostwalker's in that bunch. Don't get me wrong, when it works and you're sprinting in time with the ice, it's great. But all it takes is one jump or a bit of hesitation, and then that fully opens the dude. Sure enough, once you're in the water, there's no way to reactivate the enchantment without finding another shoreline. And if you ask me, that Gregan species enchantment can be a real statement it could be. A long-standing tradition of Minecraft, I actually craft 9 different materials into a bigger block. And for that reason, it's always was surprised to see that I can't do that with a netherworld block. But I can take manatees and actually craft them into a netherworld block, so why can't I undo the process? Way too many times putting the netherworld block on the crafting table and getting surprised as to why I don't get my netherwork back. I've got a feeling I'm not the only one who does that. Few things in Minecraft are quite as much of an eyesore as a creeper ball. Look, it happens. Sometimes when you find that neighbor, you just gotta explode. I don't understand everyone who's played on a multiplayer server knows one person who doesn't take the time to fill in creeper holes, or worse, doesn't even fill them in correctly. Just clean up the job and don't let the creepers get the best deal. If you enchant like this, you're doing it wrong. Because that bar lays out. There's a way to properly use an anvil to allow us to apply more than 30 enchantments to an item. And considering there are 30 enchantments in the game, this basically means that we can get any enchantment that you want onto that one item without ever seeing the too expensive screen show up. And the reason for this comes down to the different decks, so that they give different values to different enchantments. And if I were to list them out for every enchantment right here, I'd be here all day. So I'd recommend checking out Nemron's video to see more about how the game starts are done. Because what it might take a learning curve to figure out, as soon as you got it, your tools are about to get a lot more powerful, and more importantly, just to be able to repair them. Villages can be one of the most healthy sources of Minecraft.
To the village,
One reason that you should never be hanging around without sleeping. I don't care if most of the time turns out alright. Every time that you hit, you might give a 10% chance of spawning zombies. And folks, it only takes one of those to your population. Let's be honest, there's guys everywhere in a village. If you're not using one of those to sleep, you just gotta get out of town. Water skeletons are definitely scary to come across. So just imagine if one of these had the range of your because there's a lot more fact than fiction. They actually give a water skeleton a bow, not only does it beam up the attack area, but it also gives them fire arrows to shoot. In retrospect, it's probably for the best that Mojang didn't give them a bow from the beginning. The last thing another film just needs another flame shooter. While Mojang works a great job of featuring both of the Bedrock edition, the only exception so far is the lack of a hardcore mode in Bedrock, which seems disappointing until you realize Bedrock's tendency for random cases like this, like you seemingly dies on the and it only takes one look at something like Reddit to see just how much this is going to be. While hardcore in Bedrock will be a welcome addition, if you're looking at just like that, you've got a problem. Look, when you're playing in harder difficulties, a lot of times spawners seem like more trouble in the world. But then the problem becomes after I've gone through all of that, when I want to actually make a farm, I have to go find a new spawner. Even though in the moment it might be a hassle to go in and deactivate one of these spawners on the spot, the EXP and items that you built after the fact definitely make up. So in the future, let's just try to think about the long term and maybe use torches for these going forward. Most players know to use critical hits and PvP, they still do a fair amount of damage when you're doing it just against bombs. For example, take this pillager. Use another way to sword locally, you can kill them with 3 hits. But if you use critical stabs instead, then we're getting the job done too. Just like that, you'll be saving yourself time and reward. I don't think this can do that like that. But sitting on islands and getting itself, as anyone knows, you might get a lava, there's even more opportunities for irritation. So you take the time to mine out one of these cubes, and then really explode the lava to flow and then burn that out by proof and grab it. It's a rude awakening, that's for sure. While there are ways to mitigate the risk by using a water bucket, that doesn't bring back the one I lost in the fiery abyss. And all that wasted time is surely going to sting you. This shovel's too fast. It sounds like a ridiculous problem to have, but it can actually come up in certain instances. Like say I have a stack of gravel in my offhand, I'm trying to mine with the shovel at the same time to get flipped. But if my shovel has the efficiency to insta-mine, then it breaks the gravel before it lets get placed down in the block. Instead, by using a slower shovel here, just hold down both buttons and completely mine through the stack without interruption. But sure enough, slow and steady can't win the race. So Minecraft has its fair share of prickly blocks. Now when you're starting out, this makes sense. When I got a full piece of metal on my armor on my body, I don't get why I'm still going to get my core. Granted, I don't think the barrier here should be just as simple as carrying. For example, if I'm using a leather helmet, I should still get poked with the rest of my body. If I've got diamonds on my chest, legs, and boots, I'm not going to hit something. They traveling through these forest biomes are a whole lot less entertaining. Legends are famous for not making a lot of sense, but this will take the cake, because even though a lot of people can take most scenery to expect lava to react, it turns out their bits are good at it. Sure, they can burn players and items, but they are also capable of catching fire, usually lava like fire big ones. And folks, that just blows my mind. Every feature that Minecraft adds to the code is like a mountain spot, which might be granted, but everything you expect. By themselves, really do a very irritating job. But when you try to beat them, then frustration cranks up to the top. They can't be running around like pigs and cows. It makes it look like a damage. But if you're making your set with potent healing, you might want to reconsider. You see, this potion can be brewed from either potion healing, and if you're carrying ingredients, the goal necessary for the boost of healing is much more useful elsewhere than the spider eye. I don't think it's spider eyes are really useful brewing. Much happier than this way. Let's say there's no deals for better investment. Item frames are an incredibly versatile block for decoration.
Oh my
And
God,
with the recent
that's
addition of glowing and invisible variants, there's many more reasons to use item frames inside your creative builds. But that won't make this problem all that more noticeable. Since more creative, but you might need to have a frame, which will limit survival. I think I'll make it hard to use instead. So, seems to Every first double chest hole broken by swords, you're probably just going to track it. But not too fast, because it actually turns out that you scalp the golden sword and get extra like that. After a while, that gold is going down. You're taking time to fill up each of your water bottles. One water source, but only fill up each bottle. Instead, you just take that water source out of the bowl and that's fine. Avoid throwing the water bottles. Something gets taken out of the reserve. I think it's safe to say that the call is still. When taking the staircase in Minecraft, the wireless tank is a little too short term. Be sure to mind that 2-block tall staircase on the way down to the mine is fine. As soon as you try to get back up that staircase, you're going to hit your head on every single one of those ceiling blocks. You don't have to do anything fancy. Just make the block or two to make it way less painful to go down to your mind. Trust me, you're fast for it. Sometimes, when you manage to crunch the numbers, you can actually save yourself some resources. For example, if you're ever going about just smelting one log as fuel, you're doing it. I just turn that one log on craft table. I don't know the sun you're doing a 4 times the turn that guy's house smell. And plus, it's just fun to get caught up with the results from the left. Anyone who's ever played around with a lot of mobs knows that having plenty of entities in a small area is going to cause a lot of lag. The thing is, some of us are guilty of building a lot of entities, not even realizing that they're true. I don't think I'll miss that using the bigger sparingly, the extra frames per second will be a definite goal. When you're playing Minecraft long enough, then this clicks are sure to happen. Most of the time, there's just no harm, no foul. Only learn half of the time, and you could cause some damage. I have a bad habit of doing this every time I try to put up the door with an axe. I'll always just hit the logs to the right side. So you see yourself in this kind of embarrassment. I don't think you're going to space anymore. And then you just save your axe for its actually useful. Starting by the odds of having to go find and fix the importer is a lot of work. Oh my God, that will turn your day sour. Find that portal and carve enough eyes to actually fill it up. You should not folks who are on the search for the portal, you should never be constantly using the eyes rendered. Each time that your pass over goes out, you're rolling the dice that you break. Stick them into the village, not losing all you can. I don't think to save on that craft is written down. You don't have to craft the table land materials and craft doors. You can get 6 planks bricks down to only 2 craft doors. Which when compared to the 3 doors on 56 planks placed vertically, it's just embarrassing. Really by no means a precious resource. When unscanned, no matter how small, it's still going to stay just as good. This is no different. If your top looks like this, I can tell you why it's not oxidized. Since the way that it's coated, top of blocks and getting some choke off the machine to oxidize. If you have the blocks placed in the coated together, it's going to take much longer, especially the time. Not like this is going to be the quickest way to do it. But for you to build that Statue of Liberty replica and still get it finished within your own lifetime. When you first start up a Minecraft world, it's not hard to find trees as far as the eye can see. So you know that feeling you think you can get away with taking out a couple of them without replanting? Then it takes a few repeats of that process before your base starts to repair. Obviously, the best way to go about it is to do your team tree slide and replant every single tree that you chop down. This is sure to keep you on Mother Nature's good side. When you start trying to work your way through the village of trading market, then you definitely got to be looking out for this. Because sure, it's definitely cool for you to constantly trying to get the best one. But if you don't work your way into a zombie and then change it back right after, you're just wasting some good traits. If you're not looking to get the hero of the village effect all the time, this is definitely a way to save a couple of things on your next build. And you're dragging the destruction boss. Once the boss is makes sense that the dragon break that
village, huh? I don't think you're gonna miss any more.
Well, it sounds like that. Change the wool color of another sheep on every single sheep that you do. All it takes is one round of shooting and you're going to save yourself some time. It's not as simple as fall off and gentle or whatever. Just some of the worst people to play with are the ones who treat multiplayer like they're playing under single player. What I mean by that is that's
village,
the
huh?
things
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house.
so maybe don't protect your base
Hey,
for a lava
villager,
hose.
your lights are red.
Use that lava into the fence backyard. Which tells me that's what you're doing. I'm not saying kill the creature, touch on your hoe to do this. The trade-off is that you're going to get a lot better durability when using some shears. You can see all the other parts are going to break quickly by using this tool. I think that's a little bit of using some extra shears on every side out. Shooting Minecraft as a pastime would sure take a while. So if you're looking to save yourself some legs, I think the next shoot in a spot that doesn't allow for it. I don't know. As some of you might know, if you actually fish in a spot while it's raining over there, you're actually able to get a bit of extra points when you fish. So really, if you find yourself constantly casting a line down on guard, you should take the fishing rod, move it out to the open air, and expect to reap the rewards. Every now and then, you run a little low on a resource like clay, and now you gotta go dig a fossil clay. And even though the amount you need might be pretty small, you should never be digging underwater without an air pocket or aqua affinity. Mining while you're submerged takes 5 times longer than doing it regularly, which is a significant difference. If you're mining multiple blocks at a time, it really adds up fast. So if you don't know what bonus for aqua affinity, then at the very least, plot out the time to give yourself an air pocket. For a lot of us building in survival mode, mobs are the bane of our existence. Well, most of the time we try to design around not being creepers as an institution. I think we most want to create a constitution of the village. I don't think you're all. Just have a stubby barrier that allows these spiders to fall into your fortress. It's not much power. As most of us know, a good wall needs a couple of ledges and definitely height to keep the rip rap out. And better block walls so much that you haven't seen 2-block high cover around the base. I'm sure we've all heard from time and time again to pick up after our base. No, who would have thought that advice would be so applicable in Minecraft? As you can see, if you leave around some of the items on the ground, especially when you're in a cave, all it takes is just one zombie to walk over and pick up an item, that's not going to be small. It's going to become quite a large problem and have this happen over and over again. You just go over the item, oh my god, now folks, getting ready to start a big building project, go and check your chest, and all of a sudden you're coming up to one of these that is stuck in the cobble. The cobble is valuable materials in Minecraft. Far from. But they're almost essential in these types of builds. So in the future, if you're branch mining or digging through case 2, you might want to store a couple of these blocks. Whether you plant your sugarcane on dirt or sand is no problem. Instead, you should be using mud. Out of the sound, mud block is actually the best candidate for one particular reason. It's shorter than a 4-block size, which means that if we place hoppers underneath it, you get 100% collection efficiency. So if we're randomly break our sugarcane farms to go right down to where they're supposed to be. I think the alternative is building one of these top of mine carts and a full set of hoppers. I think you'll find that just by using a few water bottles, you get a much more efficiency. Leveling up in Minecraft works that gives progressively more and more EXP to get to the next level. That's why, folks, there's very little reason to ever go too far past level 30. For one, like we said, a lot of that new XP is getting wasted higher and higher. But it also means that after you die, you can use all of those the way, it seems like even Mojang's spark goes high over right now. Too low for 30 cash out. Not enough potions can sometimes feel like a chore. However, there are some situations where you just gotta bring one of these pals along. For example, just like going to always carries around your water bucket in the hot bars, and when you go to the nether, you can always change that out for fire resistance. Knowing what potion to bring and when can be a huge help when you're going around your Minecraft world. And more importantly, so you get out of danger when you need to. Now, that makes you do things that you might like this video. So see you to the right. Have a good one. Alright? So you'll see people with the ball in the torch, you show you want to head on your head. And these are 79 facts on 79 Minecraft blocks. First, Google says the average reaction time is around 273 milliseconds. So to test yours, whack that red sub button and see it on screen. Ready? Go. But hey, even if you subscribe after, thank you. It helps out a ton. Alright guys, number one, we got the beehive first. If you play a beehive, you'll actually smoke them out. Oh my god! And say what happened.
Oh my god, fact number one, and I'm already started down
to the jack-o'-lantern. Dan, if you step on this pressure plate right here. Oh, what is that? So, if you try to take that out, you can actually enchant jack-o'-lanterns. You can't take it off. So, Dan, now wear that for the rest of the video. Guys, whichever one happens first.
Well, I think it was a clip in here.
So, when it was originally added in, oh my god, you guys are better. What the hell is
Hang on.
Anyway, so on to the next fact. So, yeah, next fact. So, trapdoors, despite being transparent blocks,
that guy's house
also, right on part, and if you take it, put it down,
your lights on red.
it still works.
What?
Oh my god,
So what you can hypothetically do,
what the hell is your house laid out?
this now, that would be underneath your minecart.
Oh, what?
Wow. You look very comfortable. Now, if
I think this is close to the village, I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there.
experience.
Hey villager, your lights on red.
There's a lot of facts in this channel. It's a bit of an education
Oh my god,
thing.
that's
Dude, I am learning
what the hell is
this
your house
business.
laid
True
out?
lights is a lot like glowstone functions in light. So being clever, redstone does not pass the glowstone. It does for trim light. So if you're looking for a redstone compatible light, true
I
lights are
think
better than
this is
glowstone.
close
Scope
enough to the village,
catalyst
huh?
will spread
I don't think
based
I'm
on how
gonna miss any
execute
more.
the player has.
That guy's house over there. Hey villager, your lights on red.
Should spread based on how spreads. If
Oh
you
my
were
god,
to give
that's
this Ender Dragon egg
what the
here,
hell is your
right
house
click it,
laid
then
out?
when it goes through the portal,
There's 2 eggs stacked up here.
so they will go back to the original spawn when they come to the portal. When you make stairs in a stone cutter, it is the most efficient way to do it. So you get one stair for each block, whereas if you craft them, 4 stairs for 6 blocks.
See you guys later.
70% of the time, is not generating exposed air.
I can see this one right here.
This would be a rare case for generating exposed air in this case.
I can see all the diamonds.
So for number 11, we've got the conduit. If we go inside the water here, this is a blue particles.
I think this is close enough to the village, huh?
Pass.
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there.
Like,
So originally, the idea that you would get crying obsidian would be that it would become lightning striking regular obsidian.
that would make me cry too, actually.
But the way you get it now is that rock will replace a lever on top of fences with poppers. And while they still work regularly in Java,
I think this is close enough to the village, huh?
Nice.
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more.
calcite,
That
so
guy's
it's
house
a
over there.
rock appears from around, you see
Hey
it on
villager,
the map.
your lights on red.
I mean, you can't miss it.
But Mojang has marked that as
Oh my god, that's
Getting fixed anytime
what
soon.
the hell is your house
diamond
laid
block
out?
is actually just a manipulation of the gold block texture. This has been true even if we go and put on programmer art, you'll see the same is true.
Wow, that takes me
I
back.
think
So
this
gold
is
was added
close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there.
Mojang, Seekers, I should have known.
Before we go on to this next fact, what do you guys think is the
Oh my god,
rarest gold?
that's what the hell is your house
That
laid
in my
out?
head, I definitely don't think just randomly
But-
make that up.
wide level 32. So,
I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think you're gonna miss any more.
Oh my god, that's so romantic.
Get a baby.
That's a lowercase baby.
And there goes. So those forest plants have a very wide range of how far they can go. The smallest being 5 blocks, and the tallest
To the village, huh?
22 blocks
I don't
out.
think you're gonna miss any more.
Tall guy, that guy has been down with
Hey, villager, you like our friend?
So I want to sneak around while we're going around this. Oh my god, there's cities. Terrorists down here right now. There's actually a redstone museum that generates the city. To show you about some redstone. Get out of here before anything tries to teach us another education.
I think
Cut sandstone and cut red sandstone. Two of the only blocks with slab variant that don't stare at us.
Wait a minute. What's this, Skip? Suck me.
Force dirt was added to the game.
What the hell?
How did they come up with that name and not just call it dirt? Is this grassless worthless stone? Is it stoneless grass?
We now have a blue
I think
soil.
this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any
Soul
more.
soil. You need soul sand to craft it. To get soul sand
You like our friend?
then get soul sand. This is gonna be painful. Could you please just stand in the middle of this? Very good. Alright, and then press that button. Sweet berry breakers are actually capable of absorbing fall damage.
Play with my heart like this.
And while the tall ones do hurt, we use the small ones, they don't hurt,
I don't
and
think
same
I'm
deal,
gonna miss any more.
no fall damage.
Safe with that thing.
So if we spawn in this gas, don't worry, because we have bars, they don't actually break.
If you want to avoid a gas, just give yourself a life sentence.
A turtle egg.
Now I know where Brent's sitting at the wire.
We might actually need these back. So if we get up close and listen, honeycomb actually plays the same sound effects.
Close. How's that close? Gushy sound.
This video is sponsored by Bees. Frog light. Now,
I think this is close enough to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's out.
now if we were to sell here, you can take a scaffold from transparent blocks without tossing solid stuff. So we can't smell the top of the glass. This on the top. So we grab the blocks out of here and start filling in the middle. Fill up this whole pyramid. You'll notice there's just enough space
To the village, huh?
to place your beacon right here.
Miss any more.
Power beacon.
We did it!
Out of here.
Hey, villager, you like our friend?
They are not created as gold. You throw a gold pellet just to distract you.
What the hell is that?
Subscribe for awesome rock facts.
You guys craft up some other blocks the way that you do any of them.
Village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's out.
And the reason this is because
Hey, villager, you like our friend?
forest, breaking leaves. Number 33, we've got the stained glass paint, which is instead of putting regular glass into the color of the stained glass paint, and it will actually disappear into that's it.
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more.
As you can see, this method did not go all of the steps to
You like our
Talk about
friend?
selfish, just getting all the nutrients and always dead.
and now they don't. That's what happened. That only happens.
What the hell
If you walk onto the farm, this glass bar, the trans you walk on the full block, walk on the slab, doesn't break. This slab here goes out.
That makes sense. Just like Mario 64, let's go! Ow, ow, ow! Why do you lie to me?
So that's because you can actually place paintings and items catches. That way you can hide
resources.
Now,
Oh my
Jay,
God,
I'm going to
that's-
give you
What the hell is your house made out of?
You're going to break the redstone block and break redstone ore. So, to break redstone ore, you need better than iron. To break a redstone block, it's any
I
of the
think
tools.
this is close enough to the village, huh?
In each room,
I don't
there's
think I'm gonna
128
miss any
strongholds, so you'll find a
That guy's
total
house
of
over there.
1,536
Hey,
endpoint frames.
villager! You're late on
So,
break!
we put sand on top of this piston,
Oh my God,
gravel
that's-
on top of this
What
one.
the hell
You
is
guys
your house
just flip
made
this
out of?
But gravel is broken that way. Never the problem.
I think this is close enough to the village, huh?
Fletcher Taylor
I don't
clearly
think
has
I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there. Hey, villager! You're late on break!
What? Oh my God. Who's crafted table?
What the hell is your house
stand
made
this
out
whole
of?
right here. Much like grass wrestling, is a big block. Over time, will eventually degrade water instead. And then all the way down to the nether blocks. Regular ice, I would normally melt packed ice and iron ice.
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more.
But smoke actually passes through it. If only it's not the water. Speaking of regular ice, I split you into inside a 2 block called ice trapped over the ceiling. You can go at a speed of 18.5 blocks per second.
Oh my god! That's so satisfying.
Just slightly wrong. Press the button here if you notice. I've got an antenna.
I don't think I'm gonna
Even the
miss
slash
any
button
more.
replace can
That guy's house
with
over
certain
there.
blocks and they have special features that the difference you do. Now we've got a radio on top of the light. If I go over here, I can still hear that.
Oh my god! Wow, look at that.
It completely checks out crystal clear.
5G is the future, man.
Who needs Discord when you can lie?
That's what I always say.
Alright, so let's check out the 49.
I don't think I'm gonna
So
miss
when
any
connection
more.
drops, we're trying to get we'll probably want to do this to melons, because these are the most effective. Melons don't need to be replanted. As you can see here, we don't have to worry about replacing melons anytime soon.
That's nice. And then we can just use it to grow more melons and the army continues.
Well, that's safe.
I think this is
It's
So if you have a random spiders from there,
I wonder why.
never so effective. That did the job.
and in Bedrock, if you actually just had only a wall, the spiders still look kind of fun.
They're smart. They recognize the gap. They see it.
Number 52, gotta work this pair. Cost 6 iron blocks like this, and 1 iron pit. They lowered the cost for that. Thankfully now it's only 3 iron blocks, 4 iron
I think this is close enough to the village, huh?
Oh my god.
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more.
blocks.
That guy's house over there.
This is not a full block wall.
Hey, villager! You're late on village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there. Hey, villager, your lights on red.
What is this?
You put a line of droppers, each one pushing the item into the next one. And a dropper might be actually faster using hoppers. There goes.
Oh my god, it's going.
To the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna
And
miss
it's
any
spitting
more.
out so
That
fast.
guy's house over there.
Always drop for the kill and overdrive.
Oh, there he is. Get him. Get him.
Oh yeah.
Get rid of him.
There you go.
Oh my
What's
god.
fun? Any instant that falls on top of the slime block bounce. Maximum amount of height you can bounce in a single bounce is 57 blocks. There we go.
Eventually.
Oh, here he comes.
I think
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there. Hey, villager, your lights on
All that different. The line from a lot darker. Unfortunately, it was changed.
Thank you. Much more attractive.
I don't want to see this thing.
The dirt path has the highest hardness value of all the blocks that are lined up with the shovel. So, if you were to explode a regular grass block, or any other block that you know, it would blow up really easily.
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there.
Squishing the dirt.
Hey, villager, your lights on red.
Take that netherite, take that chisel, stone bricks, craft yourself.
Oh my god, that's
Toss the netherite in here. So netherite itself does not work. The lodestone?
There it goes. Well, it's gone.
Lodestones, despite being made from netherite, are not. So mycelium is not
to the village, huh? I don't think I'm
Damn,
gonna
if
miss
you
any
turn this
more.
mycelium,
That guy's house over there.
and then Jane turn it.
Hey, villager, your lights on red.
You can also always just break the mycelium.
Oh my god, that's what the hell is
More fun and mechanical and a waste of tools, and I like that.
Sticky crystals generate naturally as a part of jungle methods. Let's see if you guys can figure out the code to get the sticky crystals to work.
I think it's like,
You got it.
did I think this?
It's up top. Yeah, it opens up there. So see, there's
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there. Hey, villager,
Number 70, Powder Snow. The block was announced as Snowier Snow at Minecraft 119.
Yeah, that's right. They changed it to powder snow, which is powder snow, not powdery snow. They did another just opportunity.
Bring back Snowier Snow. I think this is to the village,
Good
huh?
name.
I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there.
So if you guys want to survive,
Hey,
the zombies
villager,
are trying to get
your
out.
lights on red.
Idiots.
Because these are treated as sapling, even though you're walking in the trees. We're usually pretty used to torches being very bright. Light source 14 is very good. But you see pickles. Now one sea pickle by itself has not a lot of light. But
I think
with four in the same area, it's now a light source of 15, which means that it's brighter than a torch.
that guy's house over there.
So,
Hey, villager, your lights on red.
you do it, it'll light the block on fire. And then eventually, it'll
What the
spread.
hell is
That doesn't seem safe.
Quickly on to fact number 74, if you guys get a silk touch pickaxe and break blueberries, you'll see that every time you break one of the silk touch pickaxe in bedrock, it actually drops.
I think this is close enough
Normally,
to the
we're
village,
going to change out our
huh?
flower
I don't think
crown.
I'm gonna miss any more.
Unicorn horn.
That guy's house
Now,
over
now,
there.
I want now.
Hey, villager,
End
your
rod
lights
placed
on
on your head,
red.
again using the item replace command, get a unicorn horn. If you log into a server,
God,
this is
that's-
what's looking at you.
What the hell is your house coming down?
IPs. Number 76. And some photographs using diamond tip needles, which is the same reason why a diamond
I think this is
flames.
to the village, huh? I don't think I'm gonna miss any more. That guy's house over there.
Number 77. Craft these
Your
sticks
lights on red.
to do a comparison. You see the they actually are better.
Oh my god,
Without the amount of wood.
what the hell is the house
Exactly,
made
it's my
out of?
efficiency.
Alright, number 78. You wonder what this face is? The entire reason this face exists because Jeb kept forgetting which way the observer was looking.
Wow. Awesome.
I think
So
this
mad.
is close enough to the village.
Final block number 79. Turn off your camera for this one, folks.
That guy's house.
Glowstone. I'll give off the flight. Really ahead it.
Now, if I do it like this,
Oh my god, what the hell is the house made out of?
And with that, folks, you do things that are like this video. So see if we're right. Have a good one. Alright? 157 Minecraft facts possibly did know. This year we've got plenty of different Minecraft trivia facts. So today we're joined by Vlog Facts to go through some of our favorites and some new ones as well. And hey, according to YouTube, it's physically impossible to subscribe to the channel in less than a second. So if you're up for the challenge, let's put 1 second on the clock and prove them wrong. Ready? Go. And hey, even if you subscribed after a second, thank you. It all helps out a ton. Nowadays, we all know this guy is Steve. Well, it's an iconic enough name to get him into Smash Bros. Turns out, players don't always have that moniker. In fact, it wasn't until his first guest appearance in the indie game Super Meat Boy that he was finally called Steve. And by all accounts prior, he was just a nameless figure. If you don't know the snowball in Minecraft, you might have been thanks for their inclusion. Let me explain. In this tweet back in September of 2011, Notch explained that because of problems with the Amazon Web Services, AWS, he got frustrated enough to make the snow off. And now you can buy snowball merch on Amazon, so I guess it's full circle.
Over the years, Mojo have made several huge changes to the textures below, but some old ones stick around as a reference. Take the fisherman, for example. Here you'll notice the blue of the old fish texture laid out the bottom of their clothes. While that might seem like an oversight, the mid artist just more is intentional.
If you've been in any fandom, you've definitely heard the word shipping come up before. Well, that's its own can of worms. It seems like someone at LEGO agrees with you. Since the July and August issue of LEGO Club magazine in 2016, it's officially mentioned that Steve is Alex's boyfriend, which is cute, but already make the two of them fight.
Minecraft has a couple different counts to choose from, whether that's the new true, Minecraft Earth's new good, or of course the standard variant. But it turns out there's one more. See, back when Minecraft had a special demo version on the PC Game website, the cows had a logo on their side like so, which is a more welcome for the brand.
What would we call this mob? Well, nowadays we can almost all agree that it's chicken, but that wasn't always the case. And in fact, there was much debate about whether this was chicken or duck. And we're not tweeted this saying that they were duck before closing the beta, not only out of the fuel to the fire, even if it was just a joke.
Minecraft has its fair share of hidden messages. While some of these are funny, this is just bizarre. See, hidden in the release notes of the Minecraft launcher, you can find this encrypted message. If we translate it, it tells us that the axolotls are not what they seem. Honestly, that doesn't make any more sense translated than it did before.
All penguins are an annoying mob for sure. Well, that's true in all versions. It seems particularly apparent in Bedrock. Where the heroes get equipped with arms and a full set of armor and sword. And that turns these bratty kids into something a lot more sinister. But if you try this, just don't give them a gold sword, otherwise they'll talk about like any other English.
Using TNT is a worrying sight. If we have an anvil, this might just save your life. See, since we can override the anvil onto the same block as the TNT entity, we can have the TNT explode inside of the anvil. And because the anvil has a high blast resistance, none of the blocks nearby will be destroyed.
When you think of mobs, you probably hear something like this. Or this. Or not this. Though when they first added in back in the Java Mission Survival Test, they were just that. And initially, the sign would only spawn across the B key. At which point it would say in the text, this is a test of the sign, each line could be 15 characters.
If you scroll through your YouTube recommended, you've probably seen a bunch of videos pitching different features to Mojo, but while those usually go unanswered, there is the rare occasion of it one of those is the entire reason that the terracotta blocks ends up using the play, and here, I think it's quite the controller suggestion in the video.
Celebration. If you were to find something like this, I don't think one celebration will cut it. Would you believe that this seems theoretically possible? It's up to 5 ancient debris could spawn in any given chunk, and pool chunks can generate all of theirs at the door, giving us a 20-block blob and a new dream scenario.
Bedrock Edition famously handles some features differently to Java Edition. While that can sometimes be quote-worthy, here it's just strange, since if you visit name items like so, then when placed, they present a name tag like any other font. So if you really want to show off your fleet and harbor, this might be the best way to do it.
When most adding some change, they aren't always decisive, and sometimes that means the feature gets added in and then removed in a later update. But this seems particularly indecisive, because back in the if-dead stages of Minecraft, more updates overall saw that you just changed to not decay, not decay, and then decay once again, which is quite the identity crisis, but hopefully it's been solved.
Can you believe me if I told you that Striders were fish? Well, looking at one now, it's a hard comparison to justify. Well, it might have changed during development. See, if we check the Striders texture file prior to snapshot 20W15A, it actually had a fin in the texture data. But since that update, the original file's been removed. Some Minecraft features never seem to like that, and in this case it's a bit too true. See, when they were added in, Amethyst clusters had an unused lift drop step, and while that sounds cool, it must have been reconsidered by Mojang, as it was removed in snapshot 21W17A before it was even implemented, giving both us and our Amethyst geodes in the dark. If you've been raiding bastions in the Nether, you know it takes plenty of luck to find a big step this, but apparently that's not the only rare big step in the game, since as a snapshot 20W22A, pigeons will occasionally dance after hogwood hunting, so if you're part of that lucky few who gets to see it, this will definitely establish you some dominance.
I don't think it's gonna miss any more.
Missions that are too developed. Unfortunately, when you look for the character of that in the world, you're not able to influence it. Even though my God, it will not involves two unbelievable mobs. Now, under it, you don't see much of them in the past. No, that's just because you don't see them under pressure. As soon as a villager is under the panic of nightfall, these villages get some serious speed going. And in fact, they actually move faster than speed sprint speed, which is definitely impressive. And if they move that speed all the time, maybe they wouldn't need goals. By this point, I think we're all plenty aware of Mojang made Minecraft. I mean, it's kind of hard not to notice, but by chance you didn't, this secret might help you realize. As others have noted, when you move through the symbols on the end crystal, it can be rearranged to spell out none other than the studio's name, Mojang. And that's what they call the signature of itself. I don't think you did it message directly to the player. Sasha still is a key example of that. See, the logic behind this edition is for the developers to indicate that ruins in the valley are actually poisonous for life, which is nice to know, but it's not always a regeneration for life, so the message might not always come across.
The speeding table has been through quite a few changes during its short time in Minecraft. When it was first added in snapshot 18W24A, Minecraft speeding table used to look like this. It's a sort of modified crafting table with some good tools on the side, as well as making sense. Back in 2014, Expert developed that. Minecraft was asked to include tricking the skin to a band rabbit named Toes. After that, it was boom, stopped the conversation before riot. And of course, this is where Twitter user 88 bully suggested including the killer rabbit from Multi Fighters in the Holy Grail, adding both a fun Easter egg and a terrifying way to go. I think this played Minecraft with one of those now.
As it turns out, snapshot 910W2A domination, and you'll want to see the full now instead you're just going to get my dog like that text on the side of the screen.
Sometimes it's possible for two hostile mobs to get angry with each other. I'm not sure you've seen this happen with skeletons and zombies. Two witches get to a fight with a rare sight. If this happens, it will never end. I think the witches won't have healing options and resistances to the other swatch potions. So if you get this happen, you'll have plenty of time to win.
And the list of words that the enchantment table uses, none of the words actually contain the letter J or Q. That's not usually the words that show up. They do still have a symbol attached to them, which I guess makes sense if you're already decoding 24 letters of the alphabet. As some Minecraft mobs are speedy, I feel like the older ones aren't all that fast. I think if you ever wonder what is this village, the answer is Panda. Not just any Panda, specifically the lazy Panda berry. Without using stats effects like slowness, it's the slowest possible land mob in the game. And seen in motion, that's free. Minecraft has its fair share of texture. The secret texture you get from naming the rabbit toes or the Thomas Scar's Jellycat, there's no shortage of different connections. And that's why it's up. Really, it's just Tuxedo Cat skin is a strongly resemblance to Jones of Pet Cat. So if you have a name tag, you take tribute to that as well.
Chickens are able to find the pockets due to how small they are. This allows you to break a block of oh my god, combat chicken trap with my brother. So we have a million for you to have it first chicken tonight.
With the advent of the 1.15 overhaul, Mojang gave us something new to put in our bottom. this is lore. Gigs and saddles are not a common form of transportation. While they do allow for a hovering horse like so, that isn't too practical. However, they do have one thing against their horse rivals, and that's the ability to go through one-block spaces. Sure enough, if you're on a pig's back, you can ride the thing through a narrow gap like so. So if you're tired of crawling, I guess there's that.
Follow the end of the saddle on the main stride. However, if the the saddle looks really pixelated as well on a grip on. They're kind of cute, so I guess it's unfair to make them work.
Although they've spoken out against adding certain artifacts to the game, there's one notable exception. That would be the 1.6 edition of horses. Playing Minecraft back in the day, I'm sure you remember the famous Blood Creatures mod, which, of course, had its own horses. From there, OJ used these models as the baseline for new horses, just like that, thought made it into the main stand.
Some of them pretty drastic, but like blue sheep looks completely different now compared to what it looked like back in 20.
Specifically an active walk in size, because the team considers that the cutest. And while I never thought of it that way, I disagree.
Turtles turn into wooden balls when they die from life. That's really sad. You can actually use this crazy to our advantage to build a beautiful bowl. What we've got to do is just run on the catalog, hit turtle, and harvest this gel. Just, use a few plants and save some animals.
Clearly, in a game called Minecraft, you're going to have a bunch of craft recipes, which makes it all the weirder when some of them get removed in later updates. Take Horsearmor, for example. When initially added back to the Snapshot 13W16A, they had crafting recipes like so, but just 24 days later, they were removed. So I guess we'll have to stick to Fortress Chest to get our supply. Gold tools aren't exactly meant for their durability, or rather, they are, but not for good reason. But if you ever wonder just how bad they are, well, apparently it only takes one snowball to find out. See, if you take the snow under a snowball's feet, your golden shovel won't even last for a second before it shatters. I know it's soft in real life, but snow is too, so it just seems pathetic. On May 17th of 2019, Minecraft celebrated its 10th anniversary. With that, if you actually happen to place a cake on that day, you'd actually see that the cake model is modified so that it display a 10 above it made out of white concrete. It's a cute little birthday celebration, but honestly, cakes anyway. When you're exploring in Minecraft, you all know the pack like fun, yet somehow I still never seem to bring it out. And would you believe it, that was even worse than beta versions of Minecraft, since back then, only the cookies would stack. Even then, you could only have the data that would stack. Nowadays, we've got much more complicated. That's not tend to get a lot of attention. I offer to drop in this thing, so most will just leave them be. If you keep getting annoyed by these flying rats, there might be a reason for that. You see, between October 20th and November 3rd, these rats spawn more frequent ways of reference to Minecraft, and it's cute, and rats are still pointless.
If you've messed around with Minecraft's paintings, you've probably seen this before. And while the skull on fire is not only iconic, it also contains a neat detail. The background of the shot is actually a screenshot of one animated film. And surprisingly, it's actually found a scene from this screenshot multiple years later, which is some crazy dedication to the show.
Flame arrows, then this might be an option. You have a lava bucket that is going to be able to catch some of your arrows on fire, but not the way you would think. As you can see, only if an arrow shot into glowing lava does it catch on fire. Minecraft has plenty of rare things to see, but one that was particularly tough to find was an accurate burnt snow fire Snapshot 17.47. That is now 1 in 5 trillion chance to come out of Of all the blocks that exist in Minecraft, the only three that can naturally generate in all three dimensions are chests, obsidian, and bedrock. And because of that, I guess technically each dimension is simulated to give an ender chest to create as well.
Okay, first, the people of the Creeper is the oldest mob in Minecraft. It's one of the story of the creation of the Creeper. The creator was not made but messed up the dimensions of the body. The Creeper is the oldest existing classic mob in the game, and technically the first mob in the game.
Roughly 8 years ago, on July 31st, 2012, Notch first hinted at the idea of a command block as Reddit a bank. Here, when asked about more minor updates that the team was working on for the future, he mentioned that they might be working on some kind of script block, which, as you can see now, in reference to the adventure mode, turns out to be command block. Even though at the time Notch said this idea might have felt impure for the game, all of us who are playing with the different mini-games and command maps that they made with those are definitely thankful for them. Leveraging qwertyuiop is a huge status quo change from how we see these mobs. While there are plenty of gameplay changes, we also got a fair share of new fashions as well, a lot of which is pretty out there. But as the lead artist confirmed on Twitter, the idea of something crazy like a blue hat came from the 2018 fashion shows of Gucci playing. And after looking at some of those runways, I think the villagers fit right in.
Mob spawning definitely has some color. For instance, even when mobs don't spawn on translucent blocks such as stars and glass, hits the blocks not just fine. Now, this is not to be confused with a regular piston block. That can't prevent mobs from spawning inside, just like any other full block.
Diamonds are the quintessential rare item in Minecraft's overworld. But for a time, there was something even rarer. See, when they were added, cocoa beans weren't exactly renewable, meaning the only ones you could get were from a lucky exploration trip. And that, folks, meant they existed on a smaller part of the map than diamond ore. So I hope those cookies made it worth it. Sometimes cocoa makes a change, it doesn't seem like it might be room for discussion on that. This one's hard argument. See, prior to 1.64, officially entire non-utility mechanism, but since then, it's only allowed one. Since the level of an object doesn't impact the effect's potency, it doesn't make much difference.
I'll go out on a limb and say that nobody likes to be poisoned, and even fewer people like to be lied to. So, those two facts, it pains me to say that Minecraft is doing both, because apparently the potion of poison 2 has effects that last for 22.5 seconds. Times that's 22 because it rounds down. Now you have to live with that fact.
Going back to the different ancient debris blocks that you need to make your netherite armor and tools is not an easy task. While that journey might seem difficult, as it turns out, it's not even the hardest one in the nether. That's right, folks. It actually turns out that gilded blackstone is even rarer than ancient debris blocks. But if you're giving me a choice between one or the other, I'm definitely going to take the less rare option.
You're familiar with its second phase, that being when you see these particles, it's your cue to switch from a bow to a sword. Or it would be if we didn't have fireworks. See, by loading these into a crossbow, we can still damage the width of its armor. That lets us finish the fight from the same distance.
Arguably the weirdest Easter egg in Minecraft happens when you mix Vokers and Blue Sheep. With those conditions, the wizard will cast a spell and change the blue wool to red instead, which is odd, but it's apparently a reference to another Microsoft game, Vampires. Priests can turn enemy units into friendly ones. And you might hear this sound as well. From the game. As the lead creative designer, Jem has a lot of say in what goes in the game, and apparently eventually some personal choices. So after Jem's wife kept asking for a bear in the game, he told her that if they ever had a bear of their own, he'd add them off, which just so happened after their son was born. Polar bears were added to the game, and the son was named Bjorn for the Swedish word for bear.
Minecraft is synonymous with customization, so obviously the fireworks fit with that motif, but with all the different places to deck out the rockets, ever wondered how many options we have to choose from? Well, apparently there are 2 to the 10,136 distinct fireworks to use. That's more than the number of atoms in the universe, which is just insane.
Minecraft doesn't have a lot of flying mobs, and I think that's a missed opportunity. So to change them around, you can do so with help of the Elytras. See, with commands, you can actually attach Elytra to certain mobs, but it won't do anything until you set the fall flying tag with 1 beat. At that point, we can let them glide around and make our first ever Minecraft mob airlines. Nowadays, shields are a necessity for PvP, but it turns out there's something even better, or at least there will come on seeing separate combat test snapshots. Version currently has to change to allow shields with manners to have more absorption, giving 10 instead of 5. Ones are likely to be replaced with actual shield variants in the final run. Right now, a little banner goes a long way.
I think Pistons have a unique way of interacting with the blocks and blocks. Maybe if you have a Piston pushing from a block like Greystown, it ceases to be a block for you, and instead becomes a block entity. Because of this reclassification, that means a glowstone block momentarily does not give off any life during its journey.
Now, some of you might be familiar with this guy, the so-called rarest mob in Java Edition. And while this has been talked about before, have you ever wondered what's the rarest mob in Bedrock Edition? Well, as it turns out, the hardest to find mob in that game is a fully decked out baby Oscar riding a rock cannon. So if you see it, get the camera.
You're short. Your hit rate is 1.8 blocks tall. Adult zombie hit rate is 1.9 blocks tall in Bedrock Edition. An adult husk's hit rate is 0.1875 blocks. Oddly specific, husks can't fit through a 2-block tall doorway in Bedrock Edition, but they can in Java Edition.
Perhaps you didn't know, but there's actually a way to find predictability in the way that Bedrock spawns. And using this information, people have made a program where you're actually able to see where the largest clump of bedrock appears at the topmost layer. And if you're curious, that's at X 21,783,512 and C negative 800,011. What you're going to do with this information, I don't know. Is it a fact about blocks? Absolutely. Because soul sand isn't a full block, when gravity blocks try to fall on top of it, they're just going to get broken. Which might not seem like that big of an issue, but it actually could be. You see, if you're in a soul sand valley and you want to clear up the lava, then this is not a complete way to get to the soul sand underneath. And yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to be draining out the lava this way.
Every great artist tends to sign their work, and apparently Minecraft textures are no different, though I wouldn't blame you if you never noticed the hidden autographs on the armor stand, since they aren't visible on any part of the item or entity. But look at the texture file, and sure enough, both Sarge and Japper have their names right here on the bottom, hidden from plain view.
Clearly, fish don't do well on land, and if you drain out a nearby lake, then the best you'll be left with is a bunch of floppy something or others. Though, we could use that to our advantage. See, if you take a fish, or even a guardian, out of their natural habitat and put them on a slime block, then they'll keep bouncing up and up until they reach some serious height, even 17 blocks high in some cases.
We all know diamonds are a great resource to have, which is why it's all the more unfortunate that we can't farm them, or at least we can't farm them like this. Because all it takes is a visit to a village to find yourself a renewable supply of all diamond tools, weapons, and armor. So you can't get infinite jukeboxes, but the rest is pretty much taken care of.
When hoppers were first added into the game, they initially only had a work-in-progress texture, but maybe not in the way you're thinking. Because as you can see, this only showed up when you have the hopper inside of your inventory. But even with that said, it is still pretty funny to walk around with a WI key just hanging around in your hand. While the invisibility potion effect makes you almost entirely invisible to different mobs and players, as it turns out, there's something in Minecraft a little bit more all-knowing. As you can see, if you have the invisibility effect and then you walk up to an enchanting table, then it'll still open up and the book will see the player.
When you create a fictional monster, you also get to make up your own terminology. So when you try to grab the dragon egg in the end, but keep getting interrupted by a group of endermen, what do you call that group? According to Dinnerbone, just as we have a flock of chickens or a drift of pigs, the collective now is a haunting of endermen. A group of pandas is called an embarrassment, and that's a real-world fact.
Now, despite what you might think, there's actually only one transparent block that cannot be placed on ice. Can you guess it? Well, if you can't, then it's actually snow layers that cannot be placed on top of ice blocks, which is likely some holdover from World Generation. Health points are a weird thing in Minecraft. Like, why does the Wither in Bedrock have double the health of the Java version? But a weirder quirk of HP that you might not have noticed relates to the Iron Golem and the Neglected Giant. You see, even though this secret mob towers over the Golem, both actually have the same health of 100 points. The Giants can't even do that right. As soon as you hoe a dirt block and turn it into farmland, then all of a sudden you're not able to place ladders or torches along the side. But even though that's true, you still could do this with signs. As you can see right here, you can type your favorite message on it and it's going to stay on top of that farmland.
Bone meal is a surprisingly powerful tool, and as someone who doesn't like waiting, it's essential for me. But apparently it's more robust than even I thought. While we're all familiar with bone meal on the top of a grass block, it can also work on the sides and bottom. It'll even work if a plant is already on top, making this super substance even easier to use.
Game development isn't always a perfect process. Like, sometimes you go to code a pig and instead make a terrifying monster. While it's a fun story, it's apparently not a one-off. In the development video for the Village and Pillage update, Mojang revealed that foxes originally looked like this whole mess. And now I'm both disappointed and relieved this never made it in the final version.
If you've ever worked with observers, you're probably aware that getting these blocks the right way round isn't always an easy task. Apparently, even Jeb had some confusion over this. The reason that observers have their current face texture is because Jeb kept forgetting which bit was the front, so this rejected texture was dug up as a solution.
If you've talked to a cartographer, you've probably seen one of these things. That being the coveted Explorer map for finding mansions and monuments. Well, while these look like regular maps, it turns out they work fairly differently. See, these maps generate based on chunk data, not on whether the player fills them out. Meaning, if you got one of these and then left it at home, it'd still fill out just the same.
Render distance works in a couple of different ways in Minecraft. While most of us are familiar with the absolute render distance that refers to the blocks and structures in the distance, there's a separate entity render distance that exists. That's why shulker boxes disappear when you're too far away from them, because even though they're placed like a block, the game still classifies them as an entity.
Minecraft enchantments are a great thing, but they don't always make sense. And while it's weird to use a fire aspect book for lighting TNT, I think it's even stranger that we can put mending on a carrot on a stick. But if you've got the levels, I'm sure the pigs appreciate it, though I still can't get over the image of a regenerating carrot.
Unless you're a wandering trader, the invisibility potion probably doesn't get a lot of use, which can mean that certain uses go unchecked and sneak by in the code. Prior to snapshot 14W05B, if you hit a mushroom with the potion effect, its mushrooms remained visible. And it's understandable that Mojang would fix this for the effect to work properly, but it's quite fun to revisit.
As many of us know, beacon beams can't pass through solid blocks. But if you're worried that you can't use a beacon inside of the nether unless you go into the nether roof, don't worry. As it turns out, if you place a beacon underneath bedrock with no other solid blocks like netherrack in between it, then it'll actually blast through the bedrock roof, and look, you've got a fully powered beacon.
To speed up game development, it's nice to cut corners when you can, and Minecraft's textures have plenty of examples of that. But what's weirder still is which they decide to reuse and which they make from scratch. Like, the bucket of cod and bucket of tropical fish are recolorations, but the item sprites themselves are different, and I don't get why you'd only do half the assignment.
Unlike their slime block counterparts, honey blocks are sticky along their sides. As the sticky situation achievement describes, sliding down the sticky side will slow your fall. So if you were to take a stack of 256 honey blocks and slide from the top of the world down to the bottom, it would take 1 minute and 14 seconds.
Crafting a netherite hoe is something of a joke, and the advancements call attention to that. But if you took the time to wear down the tool, you might notice it doesn't break the same as the others. And the reason for this is because tilling the soil is based on the server, so it doesn't display a breaking animation like the other ones. If you manage to break it, that is.
Spiders don't touch the ground, ever. We all know that they can climb walls, but it's physically impossible for them to touch the ground. Looking from the side in perfectly normal conditions, you'll notice that they actually float. I don't know why they float. Maybe the creators just didn't notice because of how tall the player is compared to a spider.
Although beacons do require obsidian to make, they don't actually require a diamond pickaxe to break. I know, that seems odd, and especially with a high-value item like this, you don't want to risk accidentally losing it. But sure enough, as you can see, if you use another pickaxe that isn't diamond, you're still going to get the beacon back.
With so many items to collect, it's only fair we have some way to show them off. And while item frames are a staple in the way that we decorate nowadays, prior to this Reddit post, it wasn't even considered. But sure enough, just like the ender chest and the flower pot, item frames made it in through a community suggestion. And thankfully so, I might add.
Everyone knows that shulker boxes are a great way to carry around extra items in your inventory. But have you ever wondered how much? As it turns out, if you have 37 shulker boxes fully filled to the brim in your inventory, hotbar, and offhand slot, then those 999 stacks of 64 items are going to add up to 63,936 total items. If you've messed around with Minecraft modding, you know there are plenty of files to sort through, and hidden in those files are some sneaky details. For instance, did you know that axes were originally referred to as hatchets in the game's code? But since Java 1.13, the language files now reflect the current name. But since the axes are still one-handed, I can see it either way.
How would you classify a saddle? I mean, it's definitely a utility, but I wouldn't consider it armor. Minecraft, however, seems to disagree, since when you put a saddle on a pig, it counts as armor but adds no protection. That's why you can see it when the pig goes invisible. But interestingly, the same doesn't apply to a horse, but only to horse armor. Weird.
Now, while everyone else searches for the 0.083% chance of finding a blue axolotl, there's one color that's even harder to find. As you can see when we watch the announcement for the Caves and Cliffs Part 1, there's a green variant that doesn't exist in the game. Why it was removed, who knows, but the emerald color would have been pretty cool.
Ender pearls can be a real lifesaver, especially when you're traveling in the end. Or they would be if I could get the angle right, but trading that arc isn't always easy. Though it turns out that ender pearls and snowballs can be thrown at the same range, meaning we can figure out our trajectory before losing any hearts. And that extra prep makes all the difference.
Smelting items in a furnace can be a surprisingly good way to get experience, especially when partnered with cactus and bamboo farms to essentially automate the process. While those are good long term, if you're only going to smelt one item, the best one to put in the furnace is ancient debris, yielding 2 experience points for grabbing the netherite scrap.
When you toggle a piston between on and off rapidly with a gravity-affected block such as sand on top of it, then eventually the piston will actually break the block. Which, there you go, can even be picked up as an item. Is it practical? Not exactly. Way better using a slab or something. Minecraft has plenty of resources to craft with, but have you ever wondered which item gets the most use? Well, turns out the iron ingot takes the top slot at 34 crafting recipes, with planks following right behind at 33. And while I would have guessed that those were the other way around, it's still plenty of a reason to get yourself both an iron and a tree farm in the future.
By this point, hoppers are an essential staple of Minecraft. Though if you've ever noticed an item traffic jam in your hopper pipeline, this might be why. A hopper can transfer 9,000 items per hour, or 150 items per minute. So if you have a really high efficiency farm, now at least you know why it got clogged up.
If you've ever tried to go through the hassle of learning how to play different note blocks, then you're well aware that if you place a note block on top of specific blocks, then it actually makes a different instrument. So by that, what if you place a note block on top of another note block? Then it's going to produce a string-based instrument when you play it. Why you'd ever use it like that? I have no clue. The other note block underneath isn't able to play anything.
Minecraft sponges have come a long way. What used to be an unobtainable block that didn't soak up any water is now a treasure valuable enough to validate going to an ocean monument for. But as it turns out, this block was even less useful when Notch first added it. Originally in Minecraft Classic, the block would decay over time just like leaves. When the liquid system was reworked in InfDev, they no longer drained water. Clearly, up until the update Aquatic, this wasn't very high on Mojang's priority list.
Silk Touch is a valuable enchantment to have. So valuable, in fact, that many of us don't want to waste it, which is why shears used to be so great. See, prior to 1.9, you could enchant shears with Silk Touch, and then use that enchantment elsewhere. Meaning, if you build with a lot of glass, put Silk Touch on your shears, and instead you've got an unbreakable glass remover, which was cool while it lasted.
If you've played Minecraft PvP, then you're well aware of how impactful knockback can be. But while it's most useful there, Minecraft actually has a unique use for knockback in the base game, and it's for squids of all things. Apparently, hitting a squid underwater causes them to rise anywhere from a third to a half block, which isn't too useful, but now you'll know to look out for it.
Adventure mode is an interesting concept, but it's not a perfect system. For instance, say a playtester comes across a flint and steel. Well, without this tag, they can't spark fires or light nether portals, but they can still ignite creepers and TNT, and to me, that seems equally destructive, if not more so.
You can get up to 28 experience points from killing one large slime and all of the slimes that split from it. This will yield between 12 to 28 experience with an average of 20. 4 experience from the largest, 8 experience from the 4 it splits into, and 16 from the 4 tiny ones. You'll still need another 1,367 to reach level 30 though.
What's the right way to craft a bed? Well, nowadays the answer would depend on the color sheets you want, but in the past, all we had was the standard red. And with that meant we had a bunch of different ways to craft the same choice. In fact, between the 16 wools and 6 different planks, there used to be 3,456 ways just to craft this one bed.
Minecraft has its fair share of rare items. Turns out that there are even rarer names. In vanilla, there are only 3 items obtainable in survival with a magenta-tinted name, those being the dragon egg, the enchanted golden apple, and the thing banner pattern. And if you ask me, one of those things is not like the others. But if you haven't, feel free to show off.
Do you ever wonder where Mojang gets their inspiration? I mean, since the designs are so simplistic, it's easy to lose track of the real-world parallels. Take the cow, for example. Apparently, this thing's supposed to be based off the Norwegian red cattle you can see here, but honestly, I don't see much resemblance. And if this is the case, couldn't they have at least matched the color?
Anyone lucky enough to get their hands on the Heart of the Sea item likely put it into crafting a conduit. But unless you fully powered it, you might not have seen that it's still there. When activated, the conduit displays the Heart of the Sea at the center of its model. Then when all 42 blocks necessary have been placed, the heart opens like an orange eye, as you can see here.
At some point, I think we've all heard Minecraft's music discs, and even though some are better than others, they've each got a unique identity. And I'd say that disc 11 definitely fits that description. While it's a bit of a chore to listen to it all, you might not have noticed that it lasts for 1 minute, 11 seconds, and 111 milliseconds exactly. All of it absolutely dreadful.
Surprisingly, even though you're able to break your fall by falling on top of a waterlogged block, water-filled cauldrons are a different story. As you can see here, if we put side by side a waterlogged chest and a water-filled cauldron, one's gonna save you and the other one doesn't make any sense.
Why don't wither skeletons carry bows like the others? Well, this might be our answer, since when we spawn in one of these with a bow like so, the skeletons start shooting fire arrows instead. And thankfully, the developers decided not to add another fire shooting mob to the nether. But for a custom difficulty, this would fit right in.
Anyone who's ever used the composter block knows that it can sometimes be a ripoff. But as it turns out, it's not just you that it's ripping off. As a matter of fact, as soon as you put an item inside the composter, you'll see that the filling texture is the same as Podzol.
According to Mojang's official write-up, they don't currently plan to add in more community-made mods or features. But while that's true for now, it wasn't always the case. And in fact, the sound you hear here was actually inspired by a third party. While playing on the PvP server Project Ares, Dinnerbone noticed the high-pitched sound and added it into the bows we use today.
When you're talking about items, mob drops are sure to come up, but figuring out what those mob drops are is its own problem, and Notch definitely came across that. So that's why in the development stage for Java Edition, zombies used to drop feathers, and according to the developer, he didn't know what else they should drop. And it wasn't until the 1.8 beta pre-release that he finally got his replacement. While there are plenty of Easter eggs and secrets to see within the game, some also exist in the files themselves. For instance, take a look at this Elder Guardian. Not much to see, right? Well, that all changes when we go into the mob's texture file. Here, we can see that Jeb even signed the texture in the lower corner, so even though it's not visible in-game, you can rest assured knowing it's there.
Even though barrels were first added to Minecraft Java Edition roughly a month before Bedrock in Snapshot 18W44A, in the files of a Bedrock Edition beta version lie some interesting unused textures. Apparently at some point in development there were plans to add variants of the barrel both empty and filled with fish.
Of all of the mobs in Minecraft, there's only one that cannot trample turtle eggs. As it turns out, bats are the only ones that if they fly on top of a turtle egg, they're not going to crack it. So for what it's worth, if you ever want to mix together your turtle storage with your bat farm, it's not exactly a workplace hazard.
Every now and then, Mojang added a mob that's divisive, to say the least. Sure, the Phantom and the Glow Squid are famous examples of this, and while it's easy to blame these on community voting, they're not the only ones. Actually, there are 4 mobs that resulted from the community voting, those being the Glow Squid, the Phantom, the Goat, and the Fox. So hey, they're not all that bad.
Now, if you've ever played Minecraft during Halloween night, then you're well aware that some mobs on that day will be able to spawn with jack-o'-lanterns on their heads. As it turns out, there's actually 13 different mobs in the game that are able to wear this, which is good, because this is probably the only time you're ever going to get to see them. Throwing a splash potion is an exact science, and some of you likely know that it's better to land one of these on your noggin than it is on your feet. But is the same true for bottles of enchanting? Well, when you test both ways, it's a myth. As it turns out, it doesn't make any difference where you throw these. So pick your favorite, and it'll work just the same.
Getting a full set of 15 bookshelves is almost a prerequisite for getting an enchantment table. So obviously this is on your to-do list, but how much does it cost? After running the numbers, it takes 90 wooden planks, 45 leather and 135 paper to make all the bookshelves necessary for a level 30 enchantment.
Throughout Minecraft history, the Jungle Wood door has been through a couple of different changes. As you can see, in 1.16, the current texture that we have when we have this in our inventory does not match up to the door when it's placed down. And if that inconsistency is going to bug you for the rest of the day, then don't sweat it, because in the 1.17 update, they're actually changing it in the snapshot.
Nowadays, ender chests stick out as the safest way to hide your diamonds and netherite, but their original implementation told a different story. In their first appearance during Snapshot 12W21A, every player on a server could access the safe ender chest inventory. For a time, the safest option in Minecraft was the total opposite.
Arguably the cutest addition in the Caves and Cliffs update is the new axolotl mob. And while all of the colors are great, the blue variant is definitely the most sought after. And strangely enough, this is the only color that's not based off real life, but rather it was a suggestion from user Dark Ice Flame asking for an Easter egg to Mudkip from Pokemon, though I'd still say it looks more like Bluebird. If you want to buff your crossbow, then a quick charge enchantment is a must-have. And hey, if you want more Minecraft facts, then the subscription's a must-have too. Thank you, by the way. But even with that, I wouldn't push it too far, because it turns out that quick charge level 6 and above pauses the animation on the first frame. Since the resulting reload time is now negative, the game can't even start the animation to load. But even if it could, it would take over 69 years to finish that. At that point, your opponent's probably moved on. If you can get your hands on the Totem of Undying, it's an invaluable resource to have, but it does mean we give up an offhand slot to make it work. Though, for what it's worth, the 3DS version of Minecraft lets the Totem work in any of the hotbar slots, since there's no offhand feature in that version, which is nice, but I'd rather stick to PC.
Beds and the nether don't exactly mix well. That's just intentional game design. Though that's unfortunate, since it turns out beds might just be what you need for nether safety. Of course, you can only test this in the overworld, but when you sleep in a bed, the player cannot be damaged by lava. When you wake up, you might not be as lucky.
Back in 2014, Microsoft famously purchased Mojang for a chunk of cash. So while we're all familiar with the Windows 10 version of Minecraft, did you know that there were Minecraft versions of Windows 10? Sure enough, 5 updates for Windows 10 were codenamed Redstone, which is cute, but I'm not sure it's worth $2.5 million for that reference.
Wolves love bones. After you've managed to tame a wolf using a few bones, you'll likely put them away and not use them for a while. But if you get the bones back out and show them to your tamed wolf, it will tilt its head in the same way as it did before it was tamed. Tamed wolves can't even accept bones, but still love them just as much.
If you've been lucky enough to get your hands on a blue axolotl, you know these things are a tough find. I mean, with a 1 in 1,200 chance of finding these water wolves, it's definitely going to take some time. But there's a reason for that. You see, even though blue axolotls don't exist in real life, that 1 in 1,200 number comes from the approximate number of axolotls that are still left in the wild today. We've talked before that a splash potion of harming is a valuable asset to have, especially against armored foes. But even if it is strong, it's not exactly a one-hit kill, or at least it isn't with us. Though if you were to land a direct hit with a harming 2 potion on the cave spider, that's just enough to finish it off. But even with that trick, I'd rather just take out the spawner and be done with the whole thing.
Minecraft's apples have a bit of a weird history. For starters, the original texture wasn't even for Minecraft, but rather a previous game by the game's creator called Legend of the Chamber. And while that texture was changed in the texture update, that's not the end of this guy's association with apples, since to this day, if you kill him, he'll drop an apple with his other items.
As of 1.16, the current longest name for a block is Polished Blackstone Pressure Plate, which is actually tied for Cracked Polished Blackstone Bricks, both of which being 34 characters long with spaces and 31 without. But of course, this is excluding the Education Edition, because there it's not a fair competition. Clearly, TNT can pack quite a punch, but what we can do in damage here gets even more serious when we add it to a cart. As it turns out, all it takes is a direct hit from 3 merged TNT minecarts to take a full diamond armor player right down to half a heart. And though other methods can deal more damage, I'd rather just spend the ingots and get this cheap fix.
You don't have to play creative mode for long to come across these spawn eggs. I mean, there's a lot of them. But while we're familiar with how they look nowadays, they didn't always seem that way. In fact, back in the snapshots of 1.1, they were each sourced from one file that was tinted for the variations. And I'm glad they decided to change.
Unfortunately, the Bedrock Edition doesn't allow for all items to be held in the offhand, but that doesn't mean every offhand item has a use. Take the Nautilus shells, for example. For us, they do nothing in either slot, but the reason they work like this is because the drowned mobs have to hold them like so. So it is useless, but it's at least a fun detail. Landing a shot with a bow and arrow is easier said than done. However, it looks like the game might be partially to blame. See, if you were to stand close to a wall and fire off several shots without moving, you'll notice that the arrows fall slightly to the right of your crosshair. And if you change to left-handed in the settings, it's the opposite, which I guess makes some sense.
When chains were added to Minecraft, they brought around a lot of discussion, but one topic that doesn't get talked about enough is their blast resistance. Even though chains are made of less items, just 2 iron nuggets and an ingot, they have the same blast resistance as a full block of iron, proving once and for all that it's never about the amount of iron, but how you use it.
Now, it's not news to anyone that Bedrock Edition has its fair share of quirks. Even then, this still might be the weirdest installment I've seen. As you can see, if we use this summon command with the tag on tame, then we can get a glitched out red wolf. And while our colors do match well, unfortunately, I couldn't find a way to tame it.
Basically everything in Minecraft has more of a use than the furnace minecart. And for this reason, Mojang explicitly didn't add it to the Bedrock and 3DS versions of the game. Jed even mentioned removing them outright from the Java edition. So unless they decide to make these trains actually usable, it's only a short while before this joins the forgotten ranks of Beast Boy and Frog Guard.
The game rule for mob griefing is a powerful tool, and while most of us associate this command with regards to creeper explosions and enderman theft, that's not the only limits. As it is, if you switch this command to false, you'll find that foxes can no longer pick up items, which I guess makes sense, but something tells me that holding a shulker box is nowhere near as much of a problem as a creeper detonation. In Bedrock Edition, it's entirely possible to relight an unlit campfire just by lighting yourself on fire. No joke, by going over and stop, dropping, and rolling right on top of an unlit pile of ashes, all of a sudden it's lit up like a Christmas tree. Now the only question is, why doesn't this happen in Java Edition? I guess we handle fire safety a little different around here.
While crafting a stone cutter instead of a crafting table does seem more expensive, when making stairs using a stone cutter, it requires just 1 block per stair crafted, where a crafting table costs 1.5 blocks per stair. For things like cobblestone, this doesn't seem to make much of a difference, but for harder to obtain blocks such as quartz and prismarine, the savings add up quickly.
The Ender Dragon holds a lot of importance to the Minecraft world, but while most of us spend hours just trying to find and kill the thing, have you ever bothered to learn its name? Because yeah, according to Notch and Dinnerbone, she is actually named Jean, with a question mark at the end and everything. So if you're ready for that first name basis, then by all means.
If you've ever had a physics lesson, you've heard that gravity, in theory, accelerates all objects at the same rate. In Minecraft, however, that's verifiably false. To test this, if a player stands on a stack of sand or gravel, and then the stack falls onto a non-solid block like a torch, then the player will fall fast enough to go through the stack and even take enough damage to die. Obviously, Minecraft has plenty of quirks that don't make any sense. But even after the community has pointed these out, new ones rise to the surface. As an example, even though blazes do not have visible feet, the mob can still make footstep sounds, making a weird audio-visual experience. Though it's worth mentioning that this is on the bug tracker, so it might be fixed after all.
Even though some servers by default use spawn protection to protect against their spawn point, as it turns out, if you're not an admin, there still is a little bit of havoc that you're able to do there. Sure enough, if you use bone meal on the grass in the spawn protected area, it's still going to produce grass and flowers. Every now and then, Minecraft has an inconsistency I can't quite figure out. For instance, did you know that there's a damage discrepancy between Wither Skulls spawned in this way and one spawned in this way? Yeah, apparently Wither Skull projectiles from the summon command only do 5 magic damage on impact, whereas the ones from the boss do 8 on a direct hit. And why the difference? I got no clue, but maybe that's just me.
Everybody knows that you're able to colour beacon beams with stained glass. More interestingly, however, stacking them on top of each other opens up a whole bunch of new colours. This means that there are 12,326,391 unique colours.
Finding the best fuel source can be something of a math problem, but if you're on Bedrock, you should know that bowls are a more efficient fuel source than sticks, since 6 planks craft into 8 bowls to smelt 8 items, instead of crafting 12 sticks to smelt only 6. And this will be a big help for when you're trying to smelt down the stem blocks next time you're in the nether.
The unused Illusioner mob is pretty scary when it splits into a bunch of decoy clones, but as soon as they enter a boat, all of that fear disappears because they're actually quite weird. They shoot their projectiles backwards while in a boat for some reason.
Before stained glass and stained glass paints were added into Minecraft, there was actually a similar block named tinted glass that existed in the April Fool's version 2.0 update. So what started out as a joke actually ended up being Mojang previewing a feature. And as a matter of fact, the texture that was used in the April Fool's update was actually used for the block before the stained glass got its own texture. If the texture for Endstone looks familiar to you, then there's a reason for it. As you can see, the Endstone's texture is actually an inversion, geometric translation, and then a recoloration of the Cobblestone's texture. And you know what? Good on Mojang. They were able to cut corners, and I didn't even notice until it was pointed out. And with that, folks, thank you for watching this long compilation, and have a good one. All right?
Dang, what Y level is this? 10! That's just about where I want to be. I think, was it 10 or 11 that was like the OG diamond mining level? It was good for the soul. I guess I'll mine this iron since it's going to get buried underneath my staircase.
Alright.
Alright, there we go. Go up here. I got the stack of cobble again. Hey, who are you? Get out of my mind. The fact that that could have been a creeper would have been a problem, wouldn't it? Would have been a problem. Could make like a little doorway here. Yeah, let's do that. That's what I used to do back in the day. Oh, deluxe. Hang on. Epic design choices. Look at this, guys. This is premium doorway right there. Really good Minecraft designing. Oh, you know, let's just do the life hack so the zombies don't break through it. Do that. There we go. Oh, the old door sounds amazing. I am hungry. I'm a hungry bungry. A hungrous bungrous. Should I just go fishing for a moment just to get a little bit of food? Oh, the wheat's grown. Plant some more seeds. Oh, the lack of sound effect is so disappointing. Please, game. Mojang should really add sounds for wheat being placed, don't you guys reckon? Yeah, me too. Alright, let's fish for some food real quick. It's not like I can go swimming in the ocean and hunt for fish as well. That would be nice. Am I Hungarian? I'm Australian! Right. What else should Mojang add? I think that they should make it so that they should add this thing called the recipe book, where you can select a recipe for crafting things. And I think they should also add an offhand, like a left hand, that you can put a shield in, and they should add shields. And they should also do a combat update. So you're not just spamming it in the fight, they should make it so that. And they should add these things called elytras. It's like these wings that you can fly with when you find in the end. What do you guys think? Should Mojang add all those things? Why does it sound nostalgic to hear water running in the background as well? Give me some good stuff! As in just fish, please. That's good. I'll settle for that. 2 fish plus a salmon. Oh, frick, I use coal. What do you use coal? Dang it. Waste of coal. Wood. Give me some good stuff. Old wheat looks good. Finally, food. I'm so hungry. Very nice. Okay, food is on the way. I don't need to be sprinting everywhere, you know? I don't need to speedrun this. I can just enjoy some good old nostalgic Minecraft, guys. You know? Who said I had to hurry? No one said I had to hurry. We can enjoy some old Minecraft. It's nice not having to worry about phantoms. What else? I guess I was just making a cow farm. Let's just walk our way over here peacefully. Oh, wait, I should bring the wheat so I can bring the cows with me. Do leads exist in this version? If they do, you have to craft them, and you have to craft them with slime and string, which is kind of crazy. Wheat. Hey, you follow me. Yeah, man. You and me, we're gonna get the repopulation advancement. Well, not you and me, but you and this guy, okay? You're gonna have baby cows. Well, not just you and this guy, maybe you and all of these other cows. Hey, you follow me. Yeah, man. Oh, there's a spider in my pen. You and me, we're gonna get the repopulation. Hang on, guys, I've got a danger I need to eliminate. There's a creeper over here, for goodness sake. Got it. Let's just light up this area even more than what it already fucking is. It's so ridiculous! Here, cow. This way. We need lots of cowies. Gone ambitious and made a big pen. Oh yeah, I kind of need to fence. Bam, bam. There we go. All right, cows, come here. You must all come this way. Come in. Don't push and shove, just come. Come along. Yeah, mates. Stop being in the way of each other. Just come in. Alright, cool. None of you get to eat though. Sorry. I'll just kill this guy. Come in. Thank you. Don't push and shove, just come. Alright. Alright. Stretch. Oh. Right. Okay. Thanks for the $5 chippy. G2G W stream Mr. Cringe also 1.8 iron farms use tons of doors and a few villages. Oh yeah, I remember that now. No, honestly, I don't think I want to bother doing that. I remember making those. I don't want to do it at all. No thanks. Thanks for the $5 and for the help. Oh my gosh, this is so loud. The rain is so loud. And it sounds it just sounds like static. Ah! Help! I want to go back down to the mines. This is way too loud for me. Make it stop! The rain is so loud. I need more food though. And also rain means fish. Do I not hear the rain if I'm... Nope, you just hear it everywhere. Ah! I think I can just turn it down. Oh, that sounds better. If I turn it down in music and sounds, weather. Oh, that's better. Okay, sweet. Yeah, okay. If it's raining, I think that fishing is easier. Let's just fish a little bit. Some food. Fishy, fishy. Okay. That spider over there is having a good time. What do you guys reckon that spider's thinking right now? Can you guys tell me in chat? Make some bone meal for the farm? Yeah, but what if I want a dog? Defeated the Ender Dragon without ever dying. Congratulations, well done, Lightning Bolt. Hi, Haley. A legion of dogs? That's too many dogs. What happened to my fish? Caught it. What a dog. Spiders enjoying the rain? Yeah, man. Spiders vibing with the rain. Defeated the Ender Dragon without ever dying. Hi, Haley. Yeah. Skeleton horse traps at your front door. That's not terrifying or anything. What a vibe, guys. Just fishing in old Minecraft. Nafi should do a collab again. Yeah, I do want to do collabs. More collabs with Nafi. They're coming up every now and then. Oh! Yo! Not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. It's funny seeing me with the copper cape in old Minecraft. That's weird, isn't it? Salmon and I've got cod. Let's cook the salmon and then cod in. There we go. Alright. This wheat takes a long time to grow. Does it not? Oh, seeds. How much bone meal do we have? 5. Are we in an old version where 1 bone meal equals growing the entire thing? No, sadly not. Okay. But whatever, I'll grow some of this. save more bones later for dog later. Yeah. Yay! Sounds awful how it makes the grass sound. There we go. Okay, and we can breed some cows. Finally! It's been a long time. Just like we got diamonds. That was the last time we got an achievement. And now I can finally breed cows. Cowies! Come here! Have children. There we go. Yeah, mate. Beautiful. We got the repopulation advancement. Finally. Fine-heckingly. And now, with that underway, I think I might as well get... Did that cow just spawn there? Has that cow always been there? Wait, what? Cow, other cow over here? You can't spawn on sand. What are you doing? Die, evil cow. There's another advancement I can get now that I have wheat. You guys want to see it? Make bread. Yeah. Wow. Why does the old bread texture look better than the new bread texture? Yeah, mate. There we go. Oh, gorgeous. Bake bread achievement. Beautiful. All right. Things are looking good. Finally moving up in the world. Put that away for later. When I've got yeah, what should I do next? I guess I kind of want to get off this freaking island. All right, boat. Let's see what you're made of. Oh, you don't use arrow keys. You use the way you're looking. I see, okay. Let's go to this land over here and see if we can find any good adventure things. I want to find epic loot. I also want to figure out what my next achievement is. Calling it advancement or achievements. Sniper duel. Dang. I've basically only got... I don't have any easy achievements left to do. Everything else is kind of more difficult. I guess I should probably go and find an egg so I can make a cake and get the lie achievement. Dang. I don't know what the heck just happened, but my boat lagged or something. Boats are so glitchy. I forget when I look, it changes the direction of my boat. Oh, I can also change it with my arrow keys, but that's really weird. Where are the chickens? Welcome, Wookie. Piglins don't exist in this version, no. Oh my gosh. Lagging, it keeps lagging. It would also be great to get some sheep, wouldn't it, guys? What do you guys think? Should I get sheep? Or not get them, as in keep them, but just like collect their wool? I should have brought shears. I'm still digging sausage. Okay, we've officially made it off of our island and onto some new lands. And what the... What? Where am I? That was really weird. I just teleported somewhere else and my boat broke. Okay then. Did anyone else see that? I don't understand. Okay, I probably shouldn't really sprint heaps. Otherwise, I will lose hunger and I don't have lots of food. Where are the sheep? Dang, berry bushes don't reel here. Sheep! 3 sheep, perfect! Yes! You're exactly what I need. chickens. Chickens, if you guys laid egg, that would be amaze. Amaze, amaze, amaze. Yeah. But I don't see any eggs. I just need egg. That mushroom is on a tree? That feels very illegal. What? Screenshot. Hey guys, I found a mushroom on a tree. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, dang, this is a pretty crazy place to be, isn't it? So many chickens, and yet none of them are laying eggs. I'm just gonna go and kill all the pigs in sight so that I can get bacon. Bacon! Lol. Get all of the mutton. So many chickens, and yet none of them are laying eggs. I'm just gonna go and kill all the pigs in sight. I hear a zombie. Wonder where that zombie is. If I just spend enough time around these chickens, there's a floating tree. A naturally generating floating tree. Oh, I hear cave sound. Oh my gosh, that is scary. If I spend enough time around those chickens, they should lay eggs. If they lay eggs, then that would be good news. Another floating tree. Dude, I didn't realize trees used to generate kind of floating. It's crazy. It should only take like 5 minutes for the chickens to lay eggs as well. If they lay eggs, then that would be good news. They lay like 1 egg every 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna set up a little camp here. Another floating tree. Dude, I didn't realize trees little cringy camp. Make my first bed in the entire game. Beautiful. Set my spawn. Oh, I can sleep now? What? Is it a thunderstorm or something? Or... Okay. Alright, well, it's a new day and no more rain. Ah, it's peace and quiet. So, chickens, what are you guys doing? Are you gonna lay me some eggs or something? Might as well chop some trees. Do something useful. The chickens broke. That's why they're not laying eggs. They're too poor. I don't think that's how chicken works, but sure. Let's mine an entire one of these trees. Get a whole lot of spruce wood. Because why the heck not? Blazing Ninja says, guys, 1 + 1 is clearly 11. You guys should listen to Blazing Ninja. If you saw my Kahoot, then you would know. If you were there in my 24-hour stream when I did a Kahoot, you would know. What do you guys reckon? Will the chicken have laid an eggie? I'll just find out after this short ad break. Imagine if an ad just started for how many people. I mean, it could have. The ad could have started. I can press a button to make an ad start. Do you guys want me to do that? It makes me money. Nah, I'll just let it keep doing its own thing. Chickens! Look at all these achievements I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm nearly halfway there. But, like, the rest of the achievements are a lot less easy. But very easy achievements so far. There are so many sheep in this biome. They're all spawning in trees and getting stuck. Any eggies yet? So many sheep in this fire. Any eggies? They're all just gonna lay an egg instantly all at the same time, aren't they? I'm gonna drink some water. They're all spawning in trees and getting stuck. Here's an idea. While I wait, I might as well increase my fruit collection. Any eggies? I'm just gonna lay an egg. What is wrong with this? How do you fish in a small pool of water? It's so glitchy. And I remember it being really glitchy as well. Is there water near me? Yeah. Yes. I'll just go fishing here for a few minutes and then I'll come back and check on the chickens. Catch 3 fish and then check if there are eggs. So glitchy. And I remember it being... I love fish in mid-air, says Hermie the crab. Yeah. Where are the eggies in my life? Name tag. I didn't realize those were a thing in this version. That's awesome. I want to catch a couple more fish and then we'll check on Chook. Name tag. I didn't realize those were a thing. Make an anvil. Yeah, well, it's just I need the iron. I need a lot of iron for another thing that I need to track on. But it feels like I should, shouldn't I? Yay! Okay, I really want to check on the fish, not on the eggs. But I said 3, we'll catch 3 fish, which we've caught 1 so far, but I'm going to count this as a fish. If we found a saddle, that would be great. I thought for a moment that was a saddle, I was going to freak out. Any eggies yet? Yes, an egg! Yay! Yeah! Alright. That's all I needed, just 1 egg, I think. Do I collect any more just in case I fail my task? Chickens, any other eggs? Where did all those chickens go? There were heaps of chickens before. Any eggies yet? Yes, an egg. Yeah. Has anyone else laid an egg? Aha, there's one. It made a nest in the tree and laid an egg up there. Epic. Any other eggs? Eggs. Just in case I need more. Who knows? I might somehow mess it up. I don't know. I can't remember the cake recipe off by heart. So I should just... I think I only need 1 egg. But I'm worried I might need 3 without realizing. I don't know. These chickens here. I don't know, mate. I don't see any more eggs. I'm just gonna say we only need 1. No more eggs, so I will get to my crafting table and my bed. Oh, egg! There we go. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Might need a feather, actually. Let's kill all of them. Kill them all! Never know what you need. Alright, grab that, and let's get back home. I'm gonna need to make a boat. And we're playing in an old version where spruce boats don't exist. Everything is just an oak boat. Kill them all. Slowly swim so funny how the trees just float in the air like that. My island is over here. Hey sheep, I'll collect your meat. Lol. 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 So funny how the trees just float in the air. That's what I'm talking about. Probably stop sprinting, except that I'm about to have heaps of food. I'm literally about to make a cake. Okay, boat. My other boat broke, so I have to make a new boat. Watch this, guys. I'm gonna mix woods. Mixed wood boat. Alright, go! Forthwards and onwards. Oh, I can sprint. I can sprint, bro. I've successfully found an egg, which means I can make a cake and get another achievement. Yay. Why does my fist look so weird? Why is it like sticking out like that? It's so weird. Whoa, the sun looks like it's setting really fast because of the perspective I'm in. Watch out for squids. Squids eat boats. We are back on our beautiful spawn island, where we are ready to make a cake. I have to make 3 buckets. Good thing I have heaps of iron. So many torches on this island, it's so stupid. Alright, here we go. Oh, my boat broke over there. Okay then, I didn't even touch that. Fine. Let us cook up some mutton. Away some other things. I have a very full chest. There we go. Egg. I've got those. I was about to throw those, being like, I want chickens, but no, that would be very silly. Coarse dirt. I don't want that. Bed. I can finally hecking sleep. Ah! Sleeping on my own island. What a deluxe dream. Yeah, okay. I need more chests. In old Minecraft, you can't place chests next to each other like this. Can I place it in front of it? No, you can't place chests next to each other at all. Isn't that annoying? I think I could place it on top though, but I don't need to right now. Alright. All that cooking up. Why do I hear the chest is closing twice? When I close the furnace, what? Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, cake. Alright, let's make some buckets. And we'll empty this water bucket. I need wheat. And I need sugar. Let's see if I remember this properly. Can Cringy Gull remember how to make a cake in Minecraft? I think that the way you do it is you just go milk, milk, milk. Oh wait, my eggs aren't here. Frick. Let's see if I remember this.
chest.
Can the cringy girl remember how to make a cake in Minecraft? Okay, I'm pretty sure the way you do it was milk for the icing, wheat on the bottom for the gluten, and egg in the middle, and sugar. Yeah! Let's go! I made a cake and I lied. I am a lie. The lie. That is the achievement. I know that's a reference to something, but I can't remember why. I just put that there in celebration. Beautiful moment. I will eat that over time. Okay. Now we've got those achievements. Yeah, this is getting more and more difficult each time. For a second, I thought that was going to be uneasy alliance, and I was going to be upset. Oh my. Okay. I need to quickly go to the bathroom. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Count how many times this pig does a somersault. You ready? Okay, start counting in a moment. I'm back. Good to have you here. Good to have me back, I mean. How many times did the pig spin? Wait, you're probably still counting. All right, how many pigs was that spin? What? Okay, what is the next achievement that we should get? I think it's about time I head to the Nether. And, fortunately for me, I do have enough diamonds to make a beautiful diamond pickaxe. Check it out, diamond pickaxe. Gorgeous. Okay, what is the next achievement? Bring that and unfortunately, I guess I'm not really gonna need. I might need water to make the obsidian pickaxe. I need more food. I've got heaps of mutton and sheep that I can. Okay, cool. let's go down here and let's get some obsidian to make another portal. Beautiful door that I made earlier. And right here, there's a beautiful lava pool for us to turn into Obby City. Very nice. Okay, let's start mining. It's gonna take a little while. Let's just do it. I know I could do the nether portal strategy, but this feels more organically Minecraft. This feels more like the organic old Minecraft way. So I'm gonna do it the old way. I should probably build a house, that's right. But I'm having too much fun kind of speed running. Not really speed running, but playing a game like this first. This feels more like the organic old Minecraft way. I'm gonna need to find some more diamonds to make enchanting setups. Oh no, the old netherrack texture. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. You like the old ores, Chris? Yeah, they're nostalgic. I like them too. But I think that they kind of needed to be updated when they did get updated to kind of match the other games' textures and all that. Alright. Here we go. Oh my. I should get some of this. Yeah. They're nostalgic. I can see that I think that they kind of needed to be updated. Nice. Make another portal. Let's go back up. Cave sound. No, not scary. I'm not scared. You're scared. Sprint fast. Okay. Nice. Let's I see this one's really dead. Let's just start sneaking up with this. Yeah, we'll see if we can get like to finish that. Like two more. Two more. Okay, I've got 10 obsidian. I'm gonna need some flint. I'm gonna need some steel. Let's flint that steel. Let's make a nether portal. So like, I guess we'll do it here. Big bop. 1, 2, 3. That. 1, 2, 3, and bam. Look at this. Ho ho! Nether portal. We are ready to get some serious achievements now. Very serious. I'll put this away. And let's go in. We're gonna go beat old Minecraft, everyone. Oh, I forgot how long it takes to load the nether in old Minecraft. You get it kind of instantly in new Minecraft. We are ready to get some. Not this screen again! Very serious. I'll put this away. And let's go in. It just takes its time. We're gonna go beat old Minecraft, everyone. Oh, not this screen again. Okay, here we go. I'm not scared at all. I'm just falling in the void. I probably should have thrown put my items in a chest before coming in here, just in case some glitch happens where I just die in lava. that sound scared me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's oh my gosh, the lag? What?
What if I could
Lag
build
in
an
a
app
single
that
player
works my way,
world?
like Base 44?
Hey!
My work
Stop
moves
that.
fast. My tasks.
What the heck? Okay. What the heck is going on? Why is the nether so laggy? Okay. It's just loading in all the chunks. Why isn't the glowstone glowing? That glowstone's glowing, clearly, but that one isn't. Oh my gosh, this is so broken and so cursed.
My calculator is acting weird today. calculator is acting